Everybody for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come, Philadelphia on the run. Stand up and cheer. Number one, Philadelphia. Here they come, team of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the Sixers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your
Williams in the penetration, and it's knocked away by Matumbo, but into the hands of Peterson. Antonio Davis.
76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody.
Sixers win, Sixers win, Sixers win. Win number 50 for the Philadelphia 76ers. It feels good to hear the song. It feels good to hear the song. This is another episode of Eat, Sleep, Sixers. I am your host, BG. I got my brother Jose in the building, Sixers fan for life. Jenny from the block, and Paulie's having technical difficulties, but he'll be back. Let's go, Sixers!
Let's go. So excited. What a great game.
You know what they're going to say, though, right? Well, it was only the Pacers.
Pacers.
It was
Of
just the
course.
Pacers. So, I mean, that's what they were supposed to do. If this is the team that we're taking into the playoffs, watch out. All that being, I don't want to play Toronto, and we don't want to have to run into Brooklyn and Milwaukee's so good. If this is the team we taking into the playoffs, I feel good, man. I feel good today. How y'all feel, man?
How can you not feel good after a win like that? Except, man, who's that fool shooting that 3-pointer at the end of a game? That is
Look,
just showboating.
he had money on in Vegas. he bet with the spread, so he was like, nope. If I hit this three, that nobody takes that shot at the end of the game. Being down, you just let the clock run out. He made it, so we didn't cover. We didn't cover because of the last.
Sorry, that's just low class.
What was the
Nobody
two
does
other
that.
over numbers?
Two other over was Joel Embiid with 30.5, cleared that easily. Harden with 12.5 assists, he had 14, and then the Sixers win by 14.5.
Wait, did I say over for the Joel Embiid?
Yes, we all took over for that.
And I said, wait, and then what was the Harden
I
one?
went 2-1, right?
Yes, 2-1. The other one was Harden, 12.5 assists.
I said
So-
over for that, so I'm
Yes.
2. Yeah.
So me and Jen were 3-0. Jose and Paulie were 2-1, and of course, Carl was 1-2, and Carl did not submit his over-unders until a third of the way through the second quarter. So he had the advantage and saw
Oh
how the game
man,
was going and
Carl.
still was 1-2.
Come on,
Oh,
Carl.
Carl, what are we gonna do with you, Carl?
I text Carl and said, look, I said, I forgot to send them to you on time, but because you're in the hole, I'll let you have the advantage. You've seen almost half the game. I'll take your over-unders late. And he still was 1-2.
Come on, you can't be doing that.
I did have a major topic I wanted to talk about, but we'll talk about this first, man. Paul Reed deserves to play. I'll say it. Paul Reed deserves to play. My only gripe about Paul Reed is he needs to learn how to control his energy. His energy is unmatched.
Yeah,
coming off that
he
bench.
does look a little wild out there, but
He
balling.
just needs to control the energy. Because he
I
had
feel
4
like
fouls
two
in
of
the
those
first half.
fouls were but 2 of those fouls were non-fouls. I mean, one of them was clearly not a foul, and the other one was so ticky-tack, it shouldn't even have been called. It was ridiculous. So, I mean, I feel like because he doesn't get that much playing time, he's definitely not getting the calls from the refs.
Yeah.
But he was great. He really did provide that energy we needed.
I'm gonna address this comment by RJ Lucas real quick. Is Green that good turning on this late? RJ, that man got jewelry.
He just got his 3rd ring.
He got jewelry.
He knows when to be
So
hot,
he
man.
been here before. He got experience. So is he gonna do it? I can't give you an answer to that. Is he capable? Of course.
Agreed,
Yeah.
man. I don't want to be a broken record, but the shots that Matisse was getting with James is now going to Danny Green. And I'm not saying Danny Green is a superstar, but with open looks, Danny Green can be effective, man. And that's the difference between him and Matisse. Like I said, since James Harden got here, Danny Green hasn't been in the starting lineup. So we hadn't seen him with the starters since we reconstructed our roster. So this may be the move going forward. I mean, Matisse actually played more minutes than he does when he starts. When he starts, he plays like 20 minutes. He played 24 tonight. So, I mean, he still is getting time. It's just when he's getting that time that's been the difference these last 2 games, in my opinion. Albeit we lost the last game, but we can admit, man, Danny's getting those shots that Matisse was getting. I'd rather Danny shoot them. Them wide open corner threes.
Mm-hmm.
He had an and one
last
three today.
season, he had the highest rating in the league, I think, from those taking those threes.
Yeah.
So
All
I'm
right.
so proud of
So,
our big man
Can I-
today.
yeah, okay, go ahead. Speak, Jen.
Speak about. I was so proud of him. I really couldn't have asked for that. I thought he was just going to kind of. He looked at points like he was just kind of walking in the court, just walking, easy breezy. But yet, 40 and 20. Come on. I mean,
This should be the first year ever that people have to justify their vote. I'm sorry. If watching this today, if he's not the MVP, I don't know who is. One of my boys, one of my high school teammates, also Sixers 24/7 member, Jonathan Davenport, posted on a page earlier during the game, and he said, so Embiid, I'm convinced that Embiid getting 40 and 20 is so second nature that's why it's not looked at as crazy. When Joker does it, oh my goodness, transcendent talent. Oh my goodness. Giannis is unbelievable. Giannis is above his time when he scores, when he has a game like this. But when Embiid does it, I just don't understand how they should have to justify their votes. When they vote, it should say, I voted for XYZ because of this.
Exactly. I want to know who. I wish they would release who voted for who. I want to know so I can call each and every single one of them that doesn't vote for Embiid out, because I don't understand it. Like that Van Gundy guy going on.
He is unguardable. When he made when he made that fadeaway 3 at the end of the shot clock with 2 dudes guarding, I'm like, who's 7'2" doing this? Like, come on, man. Like,
the
I
man
can't.
Drew 3,000 less than 2 minutes in the first quarter. I mean, less than 2 minutes.
Have we ever seen a more effortless 40 and 20?
No.
And efficient. 14 for 17 from the field, 11 for 15 from the free throw line. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. Maybe I don't know basketball because
You know
I don't
basketball.
see how he's not the MVP. Because
I
Yeah.
don't
I would
see
look at
how he's not the clear MVP. It doesn't make any sense.
it's
Clear.
crazy because if does Joker, I don't even know if Joker plays tonight, but if Joker has a 38 and 14 game tonight, they'll act like it was God that did it. But
Mhm.
Embiid has a 41 and 20 with an amazing efficiency. It's just like I just
Yeah,
don't
but
understand.
I have to say, BG, your bold prediction probably could have come true if the man didn't get in foul trouble, B-ball Paul.
That's a fact. I mean,
Oh,
they called me Mr. Bro Predictions after last game. You know, I think I'm gonna change my nickname to Mr. Bo, but don't be turning your head on me, Jose. They call me Mr. Bo Prediction because I mean I'm looking real good right now.
so you wanted it to
Why
change
you
my
trying to take a page out of my book, man? Like,
talking about bold predictions, though, I don't even think Shake had 1-3.
No, he didn't.
Oh, Shake, my man. He was really good in other aspects. I mean, he was definitely needed out there today, but not scoring, not shooting threes. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Although they didn't come back. Are we concerned that they made a slight comeback in the third?
No, I'm not
Because
concerned.
I mean, you know,
No.
we blow leads like birthday candles. So uh
True,
I was
but how
looking at it.
it was like this. It was like this long that they,
Mhm.
were
They cut
creeping
it
up on
to
us.
they cut it to
They
5,
cut
I
it to
believe. I believe
5.
it was 85
7,
to 80. I think no,
7.
at one point I thought they got it to 5.
They did, and it was only for this long. And then
Yeah, and then
Joel
we
had a
turned up.
3, and Danny had the 3 and 1.
Yup.
So anyway, oh flower lady, Polly's got
Hold
some
up.
flowers to give. I think.
She just saw White Castle. She coming out right now. Hold on.
Wait. So my nickname is still the real Bevo Paul.
Yeah, you still got
It's
your
a
title.
good
You still
one.
got your title. So
Oh, I thought that was
who gets your flowers, Paulie? Who was the X factor tonight for you?
Joel Embiid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 41 and 20.
Absolutely.
41 and 20 is scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my center.
What you got? What you got, Jen? Who are your flowers going to? You can. There's nothing wrong with giving Joel more flowers, but who you got?
I know. He has all of my flowers, but I'm going with Danny today. Danny Donuts has had 2 excellent performances, and
Back to back, too.
I'm hoping that it's got his juices going, and he's going into that with that energy right into the playoffs. I don't
Jose?
know. He could be huge.
Yeah, I was almost certain that Jen was gonna pick Embiid, so I had Danny Donuts. Like he's like this close to dropping the name Donuts, almost. I just gotta see a little more.
I know.
Not yet. Not
bet
yet,
one more
Danny.
of those.
Not
Yeah, I
yet,
just gotta
Danny.
see a little more.
Danny Donuts to Danny Dimes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go off. I feel like playoff Tobias has been activated. Tobias has been playing ultra aggressive. He's figured out his role in this offense. And I'm gonna give mine to Tobias. I was kinda leaning towards, without picking Embiid, I was leaning towards maybe Harden, just because everybody gives Harden a bad time, his inefficiencies and all this. But I mean, 22 and 14. At the end of the day, man, that's still a great stat line. It's still a great stat line. I get it. We like to see him be more consistent from 3, but 22 and 14 is crazy. Do y'all
And I'm gonna-
realize
Go ahead.
just assist wise,
Stealing, you fool.
if it was only
Murder
2s,
burgers.
if it was only 2s, James Harden was responsible for 50 points tonight. If it was only 2s that he assisted on, because he had 14 assists, which equals 28 points, and he had 22 points. So he was responsible for 50 at least. That's if none of the assists were for 3s, and we know that some of them were. So
Right.
although I would love to see him be a slightly more efficient, I mean, you can't deny that he was responsible for at least 50 points. Man, that's huge. That's huge.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I'm going to give a couple of my flowers
move
left
that.
over to
Oh, you
B-Ball Paul. B-Ball Paul. Very, very happy with him today. I wish he hadn't gotten into foul trouble. He looked good out there. And you know what I love about him the most is that he doesn't give up on a play. You know what I mean? He never
At
gives
all.
up on those offensive rebounds. He's just always sticking with it. I love his energy.
Yeah.
So we
he
have a
put- he only-
back tomorrow, right?
We
Yes.
do.
Oh, let me
Payback
cut you
time.
off.
Payback
I
time.
gotta get back on the highway. I'm gonna dip off. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Sixers.
Go
Let's go.
Sixers.
Appreciate you, hoes.
Be
Appreciate you.
safe.
Yes, sir.
So Jen, one
Yeah.
thing I was thinking while I was watching the game, as I was watching the game, when I was setting up the room, I was looking at the box score, and I said, if I look at this bench and I give Paul Reed those 11 minutes, and then I take away the total 15 minutes that Isaiah Joe and Korkmaz have and give it to Niang, are you cool with that being our lineup in the playoffs? Basically, our bench will be Paul Reed, Matisse Thybulle, Shake Milton, and Niang. Because Isaiah Joe and Korkmaz combined for 15 minutes tonight. But I say if you give those 15 to Niang, will that bench work for us in the playoffs?
Well, I think he can give us some minutes, but he just prone to fouls. So is Matisse, unfortunately. I don't know. I mean, if we're going to go with a 9-man lineup, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't think he'll be getting a ton of minutes.
Yeah, we've been going 9 all year, occasionally 10, but we've been going 9 for the most part all year. And just with the
Right.
productivity today, because you look at it, our starters really didn't. Nobody jumped into the 40 minutes. Tyrese Maxey's minutes have gone down. Tyrese Maxey was usually high 30s all year. So I mean, we expect in the playoffs most of those to be closer to 40, if it's not a blowout, except for Danny Green, if it's not a blowout. So I think that might be the 9 to go with, man. I did like what Joe gave us when he was out there. Joe wasn't bad. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad.
He did have a great shot though there in the fourth quarter. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
that was a nice catch and shoot 3. And also with Isaiah Joe, again, you're getting that energy. You're getting that guy that's not giving him up on the plays. He's not afraid to use his body. He took that charge. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to, unless somebody gets injured, I don't think he's going to be seeing any playoff minutes. I could be wrong. But I do want to say, Ann Sims, I'm very sorry that Korkmaz did not get 20-some points because he shouldn't even be out of the court.
You know what's crazy? I watched the entire game and I don't even remember the 6 minutes he was out there. I don't even remember the 6 minutes he was out there. And I
He was
watched
in,
every second.
He was in for like 2 minutes at the very end, and 2 minutes somewhere in the first half. And I'm like, why is he out there? God, why? Doc, stop.
Well, I think he's out there. He's out there today because we had a huge lead. I think that when I saw Isaiah Joe get minutes early, I was like, whoa, what's going on?
And
But then I looked at the score and I was like, oh, I get it. That's why we up big. So that's why they were out there early and got minutes. And for the most part was productive. I mean,
We were up
Korkmaz
big the
wasn't.
whole game.
Say it again.
We were up big the whole game,
Yeah.
basically.
It got down to 5. I remember it was 85-80. I want to say I remember it being, and that's the closest I remember seeing it get. So
That
yeah,
is
we
the
were in
closest,
control of this game. We controlled the game from the tip. Everybody in the starting lineup had a double-digit positive plus minus. So overall, just a great team win led by the big fella, man. He looked different. He looked different, Jen. I know that's
He
your guy, and I
did.
don't got to convince you, but
Right?
man, he looked different tonight.
It was just easy. I mean, easiest 40 points I've ever seen. He just did it
And on
all.
top
He
of the
did it
40,
all.
to have 20 rebounds, like
Help.
If there's like oh my god, like if there's like if it was like earlier in the fourth quarter and he still had like not like earlier but like at the like there's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he had 41 points, he probably would have got 50 points.
And then
Or
your
Oh, yeah.
bold prediction from the other day would have come true.
yeah.
He definitely could have got the 50. When you look at it, it was just like I said, it was just easy. It was a couple times that he made the better basketball play and passed out, and we got buckets. So if he decided to be selfish and go for 50, I think he definitely could have had 50 tonight. But I'm just happy that again, I've thrown that out there a couple times this season. Do we got the best starting four in the NBA? Every person on our starting four can score 25, and it's showing that they could possibly score 25 at any time. And then if we getting 15 from Danny, if we getting 15 from Danny as well, watch out, man. I'm not.
Yeah, I think we have the best starting four now. I said 3 for Brooklyn, but yeah, we have the best starting four, and maybe the best starting 3 too.
Yeah.
Just the worst bench,
and-
though. That's going to be
Yeah.
our Achilles heel.
It
Gonna
will
be our
be.
Achilles heel.
It will be if the starters don't produce. If we had a game where, like, if we had a game like tonight, nobody on our bench scored over 8, Jen, and we clearly beat a team. Granted, it be the Pacers. I get it, guys. It was just the Pacers. But
Ha.
if our starting 5 can be as efficient as they were today, I mean, watch out, man. Like I said, I'm not scared of anybody in this NBA right now with this team. Do I think we have flaws? Yes, I know we have flaws, but I'm not. Nobody scares me. Nobody scares me.
TJ wanted that win.
I love TJ.
He
I miss TJ.
was picking up Harden full court, just
Oh.
being a little pest on defense. You know,
I love
mean,
TJ.
you can say just the Pacers, but you get a guy like TJ with that dog in him, and he's gonna give you a fight. Man. He's
Yeah.
gonna fight, and he
Yeah.
missed like half the season, over half the season. So that's one reason why they were so bad. Plus,
Oh, no.
you know,
Oh no, I agree. I am fine with exactly what we got from our bench today, Bert. I'm fine. Like when I look at it, yes, the numbers don't pop off the screen, but what Paul Reed gave us was huge.
Yeah.
definitely.
Isaiah Joe being out there and not just being out there is huge. Shake Milton, albeit he shot 2 for 8, he was aggressive.
He
Yeah.
was aggressive.
And then Matisse is just Matisse. I don't expect, like, I'm never looking at Matisse and saying, damn, you only had 2. I know you're a donut brother. As long as you give me everything you got on defense, I'm fine with it. I love what we got from our bench.
Every time he
Everyone
scores,
made plays.
every time Matisse scores, we go bonus points. 'Cause
It really is.
really-
It really is. And then, man, Paul Reed had 4 steals.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He was doing really well. So what do we think's going to happen tomorrow?
Oh, with the team with Kane Cunningham.
I,
Um,
I'm sorry to say, but I got a feeling Embiid won't play.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't play. I totally think
It
he
really
should
doesn't
sit.
matter if we lose because
It does matter though, unless it
oh
does
yeah,
matter.
it does. But without
Because I thought the Celtics were playing tonight or not.
No, it's
They're
tomorrow.
playing tomorrow.
No,
So
tomorrow.
we're not going to know till after the game. So we
but
got
if we
to.
lose, we're still playoff bound.
Oh yeah, no matter
Still
what
have the
we in.
extra- Yeah.
We're either third or fourth.
We're 4
I would
right
like to
now,
be
but we
third.
could be 3. We could be 3.
Yeah.
Yo, Carl, what's up, man? I don't know if you was here earlier, Carl. But
Come on, Carl.
Carl,
Come on.
I gave you the over-unders in the second quarter, and you still went 1 and 2.
Come on, Carl. Wait,
Come
I
on,
bet you the 1 and 2 is the one with Joel Embiid. That's the only one.
That's the only one he got right, and that's the easy one. That's the easy
Yeah,
one.
That's the easy. Come on, Carl. You only got the right one on the easiest one, and I got 2 for 1. Come on.
Oh, man. He's giving it to you, Carl. And I have
Carl.
to say, nobody's giving me flowers. So I'm going to have to give myself flowers.
I was just about to.
You were?
Oh.
Okay.
Carl, again,
Ollie.
Jen is now leading by herself in first place. The same person who started the season where you're at is now leading. So,
See?
Hey,
as
Carl, it's a no word.
yeah, Carl, that is a no. I'm gonna get it off this. I'm gonna get it completely out. Delete comment. Come on, Carl. PG-13. But yes, Jen is leading the over-unders going into the last game of the season.
Doesn't
what
that
you
stink when you're winning all season long and then somebody comes up from behind and takes the lead. Sorry, Jose.
So what do you think, Jen? As the leader. Oh man,
Uh-oh.
the floor is
You
yours. The
woke
floor is
the
yours.
beast.
The floor is yours.
Listen, bottom line, I lost, but the Sixers won. So I'm
Last words.
always overjoyed when we win, regardless of the opponent, regardless of what time of the season it is. Um, it's time to get it trucking. It's time to get all engines running. It's go time. It's playoff time. I have my concerns, but I'm not going to voice them right now. We're just going to see what happens come round one of the playoffs and what team is playing out there now. But did you see B-Ball Paul today? That's what I
We
really
did.
trying to do.
It was beautiful. We definitely gave him flowers. Jen actually gave him an additional flower after our flower segment, and we all agree, man. I apologized earlier in the show, and I said B-Ball Paul belongs on the court. But me and you talked offline during the game, and I said only thing I want him to do is learn how to control his energy. I love his energy, but I only think my only gripe. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just want him to be able to control that energy. If he can control that energy, that boy is going to be a problem coming off our bench.
But BG, you apologized, but you didn't
Yes.
apologize to me. Now that I'm here, I want you to apologize to me.
Is it my turn? I can go.
Yes.
Eat Sleep Sixers family, Sixers 24/7 family. I'd like to openly apologize for the fact that I gave Carl a head start on the over unders and he got them all. He almost got them all wrong. I just don't understand. I try to throw this guy a bone and he just doesn't take it. I don't
You're
get it.
gonna take that from him.
I love you, Carl. Hey, Carl, we all have said we would love to see B-Ball Paul get some extra time. But Carl, I will say, has been an advocate for 81 games. He's been screaming this for 81 games, and he called it long ago. He called it after he saw what DeAndre Jordan was giving us. He saw it after he saw what Paul Millsap gave us. He said, put B-Ball Paul in. Carl has been screaming this all season, and definitely hats off to you. And I agree. He belongs on the court. The energy that he brings, the way he plays as if it's no tomorrow. Like, look, I don't know how many minutes I'm gonna get. So while I'm out here, I'm gonna give y'all 110%. I love it. And I would love to see him in the rotation in the playoffs. I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to
That's
see it.
enough for me.
Wait.
That's enough for me.
Wait, does Paul Millsap have a nickname? Cause
Who knows?
He ain't
Old
earned that.
man.
How
His
about
old man.
wave that guy? How about that nickname?
Bye, buddy.
Come on, man.
Enjoy your seat. Towel passer. Water distributor.
Hey,
no water boy.
from the bottom of my heart, guys, I thank you and I appreciate you for holding down the fort. You know, I'm going through a lot of work stuff right now. But I appreciate you guys, man. God bless all of y'all.
I don't want you to jump off yet. I got a question. Do you think that Joel Embiid plays tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, did you see what he scored tonight?
No, we
Yeah,
didn't
today?
say it.
Oh no, I
No,
seen it.
mm-mm.
I seen
No,
it.
we didn't
I
say
seen
it.
I was looking at it. I seen it.
I feel
Wait,
like
what did he score?
41 or some
Woo!
wildness like that. But the boy wants the scoring title. He's going to get the scoring
Oh,
title.
I think he has it. I think today locked it up. I don't think he has to play tomorrow. Like
No.
Giannis would legit need a 60-point game to catch Embiid.
Yeah.
He would legit need a 60-point game. I think the scoring title is locked up. But do you say, hey, I'm gonna give you one extra day of rest just because? I mean, we have nothing to gain except if Boston loses. That's the only reason we would have something to gain.
Here's my thing with that. You know, you still want to build the Harden and Embiid chemistry. They haven't had a lot of games together, man, and it shows. So, you know, even if he plays 26 minutes and drops 27 points, I feel like Embiid should be out there. He doesn't look like he's tiring any. He actually looks like he's gaining steam. So keep the big fella in there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I want the scoring title or if it's a lock-in time that's coming from Embiid's mind. I don't know what it is, but I love it. Love it.
Me too.
I love it. And our conversation offline, Carl, it wasn't the most efficient, but 7 for 16 for Harden and 14 assists.
7 for 16 for her. I'm not mad at that. That's way better than what we
Way better than what we were
honestly.
getting. Yeah.
It's better than
Yeah.
3 for 12.
Yeah,
And,
man.
and again, I don't know if you were tuned in early, but I broke down one thing. He had 22 points, 14 assists. So that means at the least he was responsible for 50 points. That's
huge.
at the least he was responsible for
Listen,
50 points.
all I want from him from this point out is that. Just give me that consistently.
Yeah.
I don't want 40, 50-point Harden. He wasn't brought here to do that. He was brought to be another 25 and 10 guy, and I feel like as long as he gives us that shooting at a good clip, like we discussed, BJ, shooting at a good clip, I think that's good. I want to see him a little less reliant on getting the whistle because the refs have talked around the league. They're not giving him whistles anymore. They're not giving him as many whistles as he's used to. So I want him to drive with the intention on making the layup, not getting fouled. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, since you here and it's your
Yeah.
job, I want you to close out the show for me, man.
Appreciate
But before
that.
we close out,
Wait,
go ahead, Jen.
I want everyone's
Jen.
predictions for tomorrow. Are we going to win?
Oh, W.
Are we
oh,
going to
W.
come back and slap them in the face after the humiliation?
Absolutely.
Carl says yes.
My prediction is no Embiid, and we still win big. I think Embiid sits.
We're gonna win by 10.
Awesome. Love it.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead,
Paul-
Carl.
no, Paulie's giving specific stats.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
love
every
it.
Yes,
time
he does.
you can't ask Paulie a question and he don't give you no. I'm not going to just say yes or no. I'm going to tell you this is going to be exactly this.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say we're heading to the playoffs. Paulie, we appreciate you for being on here the regular season last few games. You've been a joy. So please look at the top right-hand screen. We are on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Chips. We depend on word of mouth advertisement. So, Jen, what do we need these people to do?
We need y'all to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to watch Eat Sleep Sixers. Dang, I messed that up. I need Jose. Where at
It's
Jose?
okay. It's okay. So who can I entrust
Where
to
is
say
Jose?
Jose's line right now? Who
I
can
don't
I
know where
entrust
he's at. He
to
must
say
be at your
Jose's
mom's
line?
house.
B-Ball Paul, what's up?
I'm sorry if I mess this up. Adela amigo, Adela amigo, Adela amigo, Adela amigo.
Look, that was better than I've done.
That was
Nice
better than
job.
Jose. Hey,
Nice
once again,
job.
we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We will see you next game, and please tune in. We will have a playoff warm-up show, and it will be advertised so you'll know the date and time. God bless you. We love you all. Eat Sleep Sixers.
Let's go.